Hello, welcome to Hawks Recap. You might be a little confused because there hasn't been a Blackhawks game recently or since my last video, so I'm not recapping a game in this video. Whiteboard is not there. In fact, I'm kind of in the middle of putting up shelves back there. The whiteboard will be back for the next game recap video. But instead, with this video, I wanted to talk about something that came up earlier today. The results are in, the fans have spoken, and it is official. This jersey, this bad boy right here, is officially NHL's greatest uniform of the entire history, all 100 years of the NHL. You don't have to take my word for it. I have put the official results up on the screen for you to look at, and if you don't even trust that, you can go to greatestnhluniforms.com and verify it yourself. You will see the exact same listing as I'm showing you right here. And as you can see, from 1959 to 2018, or to the present, the modern version of the Blackhawks uniform has been voted by all the fans. Everyone who voted, it has been voted as the best, the greatest uniform in all of NHL history. This is a great day for Hawks Nation. When I looked at these results, I was a little befuddled, a little confused, a little surprised that the Blackhawks were the only original six team in the top six of these standings. I figured that other original six teams would fall into place very much at the top of these standings, but Detroit Red Wings are the next one up, and they come in at the number 7 spot, and then the Canadiens at number 9. Only 3 original six teams in the top 10. That definitely surprised me. But to be fair, if you look at the uniforms that beat out the Detroit Red Wings and the Montreal Canadiens in the top 10, you'll see that there are a lot of pretty darn good uniforms, especially considering the top 3 following the Blackhawks. You have the Hartford Whalers, who many people consider the logo of the Hartford Whalers to be one of the best, if not the best, logo in all of sports. The whale tail with the W underneath and then the white space in between forming the H. I mean, that is just a gorgeous logo. And then you pair it up with a jersey and a green and blue color combination that's not all that common in sports, and it's very unique and very iconic identity. Of course, for Hawks fans, it's not too shabby to see the Hartford Whalers at number 2 because, well, our coach Joel Quenneville played for the Whalers once in his career, so a little bit of a connection there. Then coming in at number 3, you have the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. I mean, that's nostalgia for a lot of people right there, especially those who grew up in the 90s, grew up when the Mighty Ducks movies came out on the big screen, the movies that paved the way for the Disney-owned NHL franchise. You gotta love the uniform. The logo, I mean, it's cartoony for sure, but the eggplant and teal and white colors, I mean, just pop. Everything just pops on this uniform. It was unique in its striping and heads and tails above what the Anaheim Ducks have today. I would love for them to go back to at least that color combination. And then rounding out the top 5, you have the Quebec Nordiques and the Minnesota North Stars, 2 teams that don't even exist anymore. Quebec moving to Colorado to become the Colorado Avalanche, and then the Minnesota North Stars moving down to Dallas to become the Dallas Stars. And besides the Blackhawks, the top 5 consists of no other teams that are still around. You could argue the Mighty Ducks, but they changed ownership and removed Mighty from their name, so I kind of consider it almost a different franchise, although they technically still are. Just something I found kind of interesting. Another thing that was pretty interesting or surprising in my mind was seeing the Vegas Golden Knights at number 13. That, I believe, comes from some recency bias with voters. The Golden Knights, their uniforms look really nice. It does. I don't think those are going to be their best uniforms in their franchise's history. I think they will get better ones as time goes on, but they're definitely off to a good start. But if you look at it, it's the exact same template as the Arizona Coyotes, just different color scheme. And it's kind of funny because sometimes, I mean, that's all that it really takes for a uniform to pop is just color change. And we haven't seen a team with the colors of the Golden Knights yet until this year. So a lot of people obviously like those jerseys. But for them to beat out a bunch of original 6 teams, I don't know about that. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter where everyone ranks because uniforms are an opinion. Everyone has their own tastes. You could go to people who have design experience, uniform logo creation experience, and say, hey, you know, aesthetically, what is the greatest uniform? And they could give you 100 reasons why such and such uniform is better than another uniform. But that just doesn't really make sense. What makes sense is letting the fans of the NHL vote exactly what happened here, because those are the people who care. Those are the ones who love to wear those jerseys, the ones who love seeing their team win in those jerseys. And the fact that Blackhawks fans really showed up and voted in this really helped the Blackhawks secure that top spot. But in my opinion, they made the correct choice. And a wise man once told me that if you're not first, you're last. Thanks for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. I hope you enjoyed the different episode here. Let me know your take on everything, what your favorite jersey is, your favorite uniform of all of NHL's history. Leave that down in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe if you're new. I appreciate if you do that. But most importantly, as always, stay safe, make good decisions, and I hope to see you next time.